This is Jane Savage. We are out here tonight. We've been working very, 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 very hard. I just want to come out and say hello. I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. I did not. I'm still going through my situation. I keep it real out here. I'm still going through my situation with the system. And it's just so funny how it's the system. It's the same system that failed me as a child. And this is the same system this is the same system that's it's judging me. Exactly. Same system that failed me is the same system that's judging me. It's just it's so amazing how the movement and the behavior of some of the people, they base everything on one day. Instead of the whole 40 years of what they didn't do. And I find it so fascinating. I had to come out here and say, baby, yo, this shit ain't right, honey. How you sit there and fail to say a child in the system, right? Lost in the system, go through all the stuff in the system, then turn around, that person has a child, does everything for that child to make sure that child doesn't end up in the system, and then have the same system sit there and judge you. When you've failed me as a child, when I was a child, you allowed certain things to go on in my life, and it's amazing. I find it fascinating. I just wanted to come out and ask, do you think they are the right people to judge this case? Exactly. So true. Honestly. I think we should be judged by our peers or the people that we grew up around, or at least the hood. Exactly. Not the snobby hood, the ones that don't know what it's like. I'm talking about someone who was in it and made something of their lives. Do you think that these are the right people to judge this case? One day, they see one day, the 11th. All they see is the 11th. They don't see the 40 years of pain. They don't see nothing else. All they see is one fucking day. And they base everything on that one fucking day. One day, you had a bad judgment, or you had a low time in your life. You going through little stressors. They see one day in your life and build everything, a whole case, on one fucking day. And it's just fascinating to hear these people fight over this child, and it failed me as a child. It's the same people, baby. Let me tell you something. I study human behavior, and I also study paranormal behavior as well. Those are the same motherfucking people. I don't even understand how you can base my entire judgment or an entire case on one video, one day, one incident that you have knowledge of. How do you base that on one event? And then to have these white people, I'm sorry, that's what it is. You have these white people fighting over this child, and it makes me wonder. Like, it just makes me wonder. There's more to the story that I'm just not seeing. Like, I mean, on their behalf. You're saying you're fighting on, you based everything on one day. Then they say that they at the same time they say, oh, my phone is, ringing in between. I didn't put that down. But we got about 10 more minutes. But they say one day they got these whole bunch of statutes and laws and all this stuff. You look at the video that that came from the body cam. The body cam, that boy was not in no trouble. Not in like I said, I took my meds, so it was just kind of like, I was drowsy. I was still kind of tired in between motherhood. You know what I mean? Even though, like I said, I'm a new mother. My son was, I'm a new mother, and sometimes I still get tired, and it's in between that trying to build a future for my child, and it's a lot of craziness. Mind you, we was also in the shelter with black ceilings. Exactly. It was like fucking hell itself. Black ceilings and gray walls. Exactly. That place, I don't even know if these people are fucking paying attention. Like, they don't see nothing else but, oh, you had a drink and that means that child was in danger. Bitch, who the fuck you talking to? They're playing on the emotions. Like, I work in fucking development. I work in research. I work in Hollywood, bitch. We do emotional production all day. It's like they think I'm fucking retarded. They really think I'm fucking stupid. Baby, we do this all day. We play with our emotions all day. We use the same thing. They think we're fucking idiots. We use emotional production all day to create films and movies and TV shows. Who the fuck are you talking to? They playing head game. They just play with our lives like we're just toys and like an object. And they create these fake, to me it looked like this is their part of their creation. And they go and they watch the human behavior. We do the same thing here, but what we don't do is call ACS. What we don't do is put people through court. We document. I know what I do for myself. We're not calling ACS. Like, they create these fucking cases to solve their own case. Exactly. And a lot of it comes from, and I work with academia. And we know what that shit is. It's called research. But they just took it to a whole nother level. They create this development in order to obtain certain things, then turn around and say, oh, one day determines the whole entire journey. One day. Out of 41 years, with not knowing who I am, not knowing my story, not knowing what I've been through, but they know what they did they know what they do to us. They know what they do to us. That's why they write the law the way they write the law. Not to mention old slave owners and conductors from the old past. Exactly. How you base this, my parenting on one fucking day. Exactly. Somebody can just come take your baby and say, because you had a down moment, or first of all, I didn't really have a down moment. I was just kind of stressed out. I started saying, let me restart my business. I can't find a job. I'm in the shelter. I'm going through a little bit midlife crisis. So it wasn't like, you know what I mean? And then I'm looking at the video. We're looking at the video, and the video don't even really say much. All the video states is that I'm bipolar. I took my meds, and it's the way the video sounds because I was like kind of out of it because I was startled, and I was also on my meds, and it was just like, oh, you telling me, oh, you came in at 6:30. I meant I came to my room because we went downstairs, and they trying to flip it. And say, oh yeah, you. It's like all this flipping. Why are you fighting? I just want to know why they fighting so hard for my baby. That's what I want to fucking know. And I'm going to keep asking God. I'm going to keep praying about this. I want to know there's something darker and deeper than what the fuck. Because I don't know how you can base. There's no prior history of any substance abuse. There's always a history of shit. There's no history of substance abuse, meaning addiction or anything like that where it comes to destructive or anything like that. There's no history of that. All they did was replay an event that happened down in Atlanta, and then they ran with it. Exactly. So I don't know. I don't know, but it's like how you base a whole case on one fucking day and a bunch of people that they put in your life. You gotta. I sat in court today, and she is like, and this judge. I'm looking at this judge. You look like you smoke about 4 blunts a week. You look like a hippie to me. You look like you smoke. Or first of all, I was trying to explain everything, but I was nervous when you see police. You know what I mean? I was nervous so if you guys, I'm gonna put the video out there. I got the video, so we're gonna put it on the internet, and I'm gonna see what you guys think. Do I look like I'm slurring, or do I look like I'm exhausted and tired from the white man's stress? Exactly. So I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna talk to everybody and see how you feel. And I want to take a poll. We got to go back to court on the 8th, and I want to see what's your opinion. I mean, I got it because it don't sound like they said I was slurring. No, I was drowsy. I was drowsy and tired, exhausted, and I've been trying to run my business from this dark place where I was living. When I tell you guys, the ceilings when you see the video, you're gonna see black ceilings. Have you ever seen ceilings like that in a place where you got women and children? Have you ever seen a place like that? The place is dark. The wall's gray. We know what gray means. The place dark. Every time you go in there, you people the stress, the levels of stress in that place, along with trying to get out of there, looking for housing. Between that and the pettiness, and then dealing with all those women, dealing with a lot of women in one place is a lot. You gotta understand, but you guys gotta see the ceilings. I want to show y'all. I'm gonna put the video out there. I want you to see this. The fucking ceilings are jet black. The floor look like static. When you look at the carpet, that shit was built by design. The carpet looks like static from when you remember back in the days when we had the old TVs. It looked like static. The floors, the walls are like a cream, and then the doors are fucking dark gray. I've never seen no motherfucking hotel like that in my motherfucking life. That place was horrible. But we toughed it out because we didn't really have a curve, like we didn't have there wasn't stressing us, but it was just like, no matter where all of us used to stay outside until we got tired. That place was so dark. And to have somebody work in that environment, already been plunged into darkness, and they come in and try to build something out of that type of darkness, and look for housing, and raise your child, then go back to school, and then find a job, and nothing, it was like everything was blocked. Like they was blocking heaven from us. That's how it felt. But you have your crazy moments, you have your crazy times, and then time goes by. You get your little housekeeping, you don't have to, what I'm saying? You get a little help around there, like help, but it was a very dark place. And I just can't believe she couldn't see none of that shit. Exactly. They see what the fuck they want to see. And I sit out here, and before I come out here to talk to you guys, I got to do rehearsals. And make sure when I come out, I'm not, I know, I'm rehearsed and everything comes out clearly so people can understand. Because sometimes when I speak, my voice carries, and I have this anger in me, and this I feel like I'm being betrayed by the system. Not only am I being betrayed by the system, being betrayed by the people that's supposed to care for us and help us. Not only we being betrayed by them, being betrayed by your friends, and it feels like a very lonely place. And I just feel like people just sit around and just watch you all fucking day. They create these environments, and then say, oh, you're an addict. Now, some people are addicts. Some people are recreational. Some people are habitual. Then some people don't have a problem with drugs. Some people do. It's like how you judge people just like that. And I just want to come out and say it's a lot of shit going on. I just want to ask God, like, yo, why these people fighting so hard for my baby? That's what I really want to know. Why you fight? Why you won't let this go? It's been 2 years. Why won't they let it go? That's what we want to know. Good night.